Roland Mumford with Mumford.law. Imagine you're at the gas station and you're in your EV, your electric vehicle with a battery, and a state trooper comes up to you and says you were peeling out of a street with your engine revving too loud and your muffler was too loud and gives you a ticket. This actually happened. A state trooper gave a ticket for a muffler being too loud to the driver of a Dodge Charger, which was actually an electric vehicle. So this story comes out of thedrive.com. I'll put in the link. And then I'm going to play the video afterwards that this young man posted online. It's absolutely hilarious. So apparently this Dodge Charger EV, it does not have an exhaust. It's an electric car. And I'm just sort of reading from this article because there's not much online about the incident. And the video is only about 33 seconds long. So it says that this drive.com got in touch with a young man named Mike. He had posted a part of the incident on Instagram, so it makes me wonder if there's more video. He was driving through Stillwater, a city that has a strict noise ordinance, with a group of car enthusiasts. He had stopped at an intersection that was about 8 cars deep, and when the light turned green, he said the lead car, quote, peeled away loud as hell, end quote. He was left at the stoplight with the red light. This is what he told drive.com. He says, I looked to my left and there was a state trooper across the street from me. He passed me and whipped a U-turn, came up behind me as the light turned green and followed me into the gas station and lit me up, initiated a traffic stop. The trooper stepped up and immediately told me my car's exhaust was way too loud and was disturbing the peace. This is what Mike says. And you hear in the video, he tried to tell the officer that it's an electric vehicle and doesn't have an exhaust or an engine. And he stated that the officer told him not to argue with him. That was the response by the officer, don't argue with him. After this, Mike told the trooper that the trooper walked away and returned fishing for other violations, which was clear. In the Dashcam video that this young man, Mike, had provided to this online site, The Drive, the officer asks him to roll up his window to confirm that it isn't tinted and points out that the Charger is lacking a front plate, which is required in Minnesota. Many other enthusiasts can be seen walking past the car, inquiring about what's going on. So obviously he's on a fishing expedition. I mean, he's allowed to have his the window rolled down. That's not enough reasonable articulable suspicion for an officer to roll up and ask you about your tent. Eventually, the cop serves Mike a ticket, which was observed by this online site. It lists 3 offenses: loud muffler, loud exhaust on an electric vehicle, front and rear license plates required, and a public nuisance, annoying, injure, and endanger safety. I only wish this video had captured the officer's face better. As he's verbally listing these in the video, he says that Mike's been warned for his muffler in the past, to which Mike tells him, well, that was another vehicle, that was a gas car, not this particular Charger. And that's when the officer says, I'm not going to argue with her. I'm not going to argue with you. As for the nuisance charge, the officer tells Mike that he was super loud back there, and there are a few details to unpack here, apparently. First, while we don't have the entire video of what actually happened at the intersection, Mike says that the ruckus was caused by another car pulling away while he was stopped. The Charger EV can rev quite loudly, but it has to be put in park to do that. So it couldn't have done it while in motion. It can also produce a fake engine noise while moving, but it must be in sport mode to do that. So this Mike says he told the site that he had his cart set to the auto drive mode at the time because it was low on the battery, and that the setting keeps the synthesized sounds to a minimum. Almost 3 months since the stop, Mike told the site that he hasn't yet paid the fine nor fought it because the case number is not in the court system, even though the citation itself requires a court appearance. He's called the courthouse every week for the last 10 weeks trying to schedule the court date. An appearance is still nothing. No matter the resolution, this article says, this is one of those situations that weirdly encapsulates the modern environment of driving cars that happen to be fast or loud. While many municipalities are cracking down on volume, which is justified to some extent, but then arguably goes too far when stock vehicles are being cited as nuisances, this article says. Then you have EVs like the Charger that generate fake noises purely to appeal to traditional enthusiasts. Obviously, it says this vehicle can theoretically disturb the peace in the same way a booming sound system does. Technically speaking, though, they say, could you cite a boombox for making a loud sound? So anyways, as the article says at the end, we're all left scratching our heads. How does this officer give a citation to an EV for having a loud muffler? And then he goes on to a fishing expedition to give these two other inappropriate charges. Hope you enjoyed this video. This is rather lighthearted. Have a great day. Please click like, share, and subscribe.
All right, man. So you get a couple citations today, right? You've been warned for your muffler in the past.
That was when I had a gas car.
Okay, I'm not gonna argue with you, okay, man?
Okay.
And the other one you're getting is for public nuisance, okay? That was super loud back there. People on the streets. You have any questions about this?
No.
Okay, it's all in the back there.
Are you aware electric cars don't have mufflers?